When two people share their bodies, it's not just about physical release, it's about creating a bond that goes far beyond the bedroom. Sex, when it's open, vulnerable, and real, can make couples feel more secure, more loved, and more connected than almost anything else. It's one of the few places where you strip away all distractions, all masks, and all walls. You let someone see you exactly as you are, and they do the same for you. That kind of connection builds a strength that nothing on the outside can break. Sex isn't just about pleasure, it's about communication without words. Every kiss, every touch, every time your body reacts to theirs, you're saying, I trust you, I want you, I need you. Those moments are powerful. They create a kind of closeness that arguments, distance, or daily stress can't easily undo. When couples keep their sexual connection alive, they build a foundation that keeps the relationship steady even when life gets hard. Think about it. When you're having regular passionate sex, you feel more relaxed, less stressed, and more confident in your partner. You don't just feel like lovers, you feel like teammates. And that teamwork spills into every part of life. Couples who prioritize their sexual connection are often better at problem solving, better at supporting one another, and better at keeping romance alive long after the newness has faded. Sexual health is also about self-care. Taking care of your body, being honest about your needs, and listening to your partner's desires are all ways of showing love and respect. And when both partners feel desired, when both feel satisfied, the bond only deepens. That's the kind of closeness that makes couples emotionally stronger because it's built on trust, passion, and a shared commitment to pleasure. So here's my message for you today. Don't take sex for granted. Don't let stress, routine, or shame take away one of the most powerful ways to stay close. Talk about what you want. Be honest about what feels good. Make time for each other, not just in conversation, but in bed. Because when you protect and prioritize your sexual connection, you're not just keeping the passion alive, you're building a stronger, happier, more resilient relationship. So tonight, take the first step. Be bold, reach out, start that touch, that kiss, that spark. Because the strength of your relationship doesn't come from avoiding sex, it comes from embracing it fully and completely. When two people make the choice to share their bodies regularly, it does something powerful to the relationship that goes far beyond orgasm. Sex becomes a language of reassurance, a way of saying without words, I choose you, I still want you, I'm still here. That feeling of being wanted creates emotional security that conversations alone can't always give. When a partner feels desired, touched, and welcomed into the body of the person they love, it quiets doubts and fears that might otherwise creep into the relationship. This is why sex is more than physical pleasure. It is one of the clearest signals of commitment and emotional closeness that couples can exchange. The body responds to that level of closeness in ways the mind can feel. During sex, hormones like oxytocin and dopamine are released, which strengthen feelings of trust, safety, and emotional warmth. These chemical changes are not temporary thrills. They leave behind a lasting sense of closeness that carries into everyday life. Couples who share passionate sex often notice they argue less harshly, forgive more quickly, and support each other more naturally. That is because regular physical connection keeps reminding them that they are not just individuals managing life side by side, but a bonded pair who meet each other's deepest needs. When sex is neglected, doubts can begin to grow. One partner might start to wonder if they are still attractive or if their partner is still truly interested. Over time, that silence can create distance, even if love is still present. On the other hand, when sex is consistent, it erases those doubts before they ever take root. Each intimate encounter confirms that the bond is alive, that the attraction is mutual, and that both partners are still committed to nurturing the relationship. The reassurance is not spoken but felt in the most direct way possible, through touch, rhythm, and climax. This is why sexual security is so tied to emotional security. People who know they are wanted sexually carry themselves with more confidence, and they bring that confidence back into the relationship. They feel freer to open up, to share their thoughts, and to lean on their partner when life gets hard. When the body feels accepted and desired, the mind relaxes and trusts more deeply. That combination creates a foundation that is almost unshakable because it blends passion with trust, and it makes the bond between two lovers not only pleasurable but emotionally unbreakable. When two people touch each other with intention, it goes far beyond the physical act. The warmth of skin against skin, the weight of a kiss, or the softness of a caress all signal something deeper than words can capture. These physical moments are how the body tells the truth about desire and closeness. Trust is built when a partner feels that kind of attention because every touch says, I see you, I want you, I'm connected to you. This isn't just about the rush of passion in the heat of sex. It's about the steady reassurance that comes from knowing your partner is present, attentive, and willing to share their body freely. The human body is wired to respond to touch in ways that strengthen emotional bonds. During sexual intimacy, the release of oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone, deepens feelings of safety and trust. The more partners engage in touch, whether it's through kissing, holding, or intense sexual contact, the more that chemical connection builds. This biological reaction reinforces what the heart already knows, that closeness feels good and it feels safe. Couples who maintain physical intimacy regularly often notice a stronger sense of loyalty and partnership because the body naturally ties pleasure with the person who provides it. That is why physical touch can often calm fears and bring stability in moments of doubt. Without this kind of sexual and physical attention, distance can quietly grow between two people. Words of love may still be spoken, but without the physical proof to back them up, those words can begin to feel less convincing. When partners are touched, kissed, and held, they are reminded in the most direct way that the love is still alive. The act of touching and being touched during sex strips away insecurity, reminding both partners that their bond is not only emotional but physical, alive, and present. It becomes a cycle where trust invites more touch and more touch strengthens trust, creating an unbreakable rhythm between two people. This rhythm becomes even more powerful when it is consistent and intentional. A couple that takes the time to explore each other's bodies and create moments of pure physical connection is laying down layers of trust that cannot easily be undone. Every time lips meet or hands move across skin, a message is being sent that goes deeper than conversation. That message says, "You are mine. I want you. I choose you again." And when that message is repeated often through sexual touch, the foundation of the relationship grows stronger, steadier, and more secure with every encounter. Sex has a way of calming the body that nothing else can quite match. After a long day of responsibilities, arguments, or endless distractions, stepping into a space of physical pleasure allows both partners to leave stress at the door. The simple act of kissing deeply, feeling hands explore, and letting bodies move together creates a shift inside the mind. Instead of being caught in worry or tension, attention is pulled into the moment. This physical surrender gives the brain a break, letting both people experience relief in a way that is natural and deeply satisfying. Stress begins to melt because the body is reminded of its most primal joy. The science behind this feeling is clear. During sex, the body releases endorphins and oxytocin, two powerful chemicals that reduce tension and increase feelings of happiness. Orgasms especially trigger a flood of these hormones, leaving the body loose and the mind lighter. These effects are not just temporary, they linger, making everyday challenges easier to handle. Couples who share sexual pleasure regularly find themselves better equipped to manage the pressures of life together. Instead of letting stress pull them apart, they use sex as a way to reset, to reconnect, and to recharge both individually and as a team. When stress is high, many couples unknowingly drift away from sex, thinking they are too tired or too overwhelmed. In reality, that is often the exact moment when sexual connection can help the most. Choosing to be intimate, even when life feels heavy, creates a release that no conversation or distraction can fully provide. The rhythm of bodies moving, the heat of passion, and the climax that follows act as a form of therapy, washing away the buildup of pressure. It is not about ignoring life's challenges, but finding a way to face them with more energy and unity. Couples who treat sex as a tool for stress relief notice the benefits in every part of their relationship. Tension doesn't build as easily because they have a healthy outlet for release. Arguments are less likely to spiral out of control when both partners feel satisfied and close. There is also a deeper sense of gratitude that develops because each encounter is not only about pleasure, but about caring for each other's well-being. When partners regularly provide that kind of release, they are showing in the most intimate way that they are committed to helping each other feel safe, calm, and restored. Talking openly about desire is one of the most powerful ways couples can strengthen their bond. When two people are honest about what they want in bed, it creates a level of vulnerability that naturally builds intimacy. Sharing fantasies, asking for certain touches, or admitting what doesn't feel good shows courage, and that courage invites trust. Instead of guessing or holding back, partners begin to understand each other on a deeper level. This kind of honesty makes sex more satisfying, but it also spills into other areas of life where communication becomes more natural and less guarded. The truth spoken in the bedroom lays the foundation for truth spoken everywhere else. Sexual honesty requires listening as much as speaking. When one partner expresses a need or desire, the other has the chance to show care and attentiveness by responding with openness instead of judgment. That response is crucial because it tells the partner that their feelings are safe to share. Over time, this creates an environment where both people feel free to express themselves fully without fear of rejection. The more couples practice this kind of listening during sex, the more skilled they become at listening in everyday conversations. It is a cycle that makes the relationship stronger with every honest exchange. Many couples struggle not because they lack desire, but because they lack the courage to talk about it. Silence around sex often leads to frustration, resentment, or even distance, as partners assume things instead of discussing them. But when those barriers are broken, when a partner says, "This is what I need, this is what excites me," the relationship opens in ways that surprise both people. Suddenly, sex becomes a shared adventure rather than a routine, and the emotional bond grows stronger because both partners feel understood and valued. The freedom to speak about sexual needs also builds confidence. A person who feels hurt in bed often feels more secure in who they are outside of it. That security reflects back into the relationship, giving each partner a stronger sense of trust and connection. They know their partner doesn't just love them for who they appear to be, but for who they truly are, desires and all. And that kind of acceptance is what allows a couple to keep growing, because their connection is based on honesty, pleasure, and the shared courage to speak openly about the things that matter most. An orgasm is more than just the peak of pleasure. It is the moment when the body and mind release built-up tension, letting go in a way that words cannot describe. During that release, walls come down and vulnerability rises, creating a space where two people feel closer than before. In those seconds of surrender, everything else fades away: stress, insecurity, doubt, and what's left is pure connection. That intensity leaves behind a lingering bond, a feeling that partners share something powerful and uniquely theirs. It's not just about the physical climax, but the emotional closeness that follows. The chemicals released during orgasm, like oxytocin and dopamine, play a big role in this feeling of connection. Oxytocin, often called the love hormone, strengthens the sense of attachment between partners, while dopamine creates pleasure and reward. Together, they build an emotional memory of satisfaction linked to the person who brought it. Every time a couple reaches climax together, their brains reinforce the bond, making the relationship feel safer and more rewarding. This is why couples who prioritize each other's orgasms often report feeling more secure in their love and more satisfied with the relationship overall. Orgasms also create a sense of equality in the bedroom when both partners are attentive to each other's needs. When one person takes the time to ensure their partner is fully pleasured, it sends a message of care and respect that words cannot capture. That effort builds trust, showing that sex is not a selfish act but a shared experience meant to bring joy to both people. Over time, this kind of attention shapes how partners treat each other outside the bedroom as well. When someone feels valued during sex, they often feel more valued in every part of life. The afterglow of orgasm is just as powerful as the climax itself. Bodies relax, breathing slows, and the closeness of lying together in that state deepens the emotional bond. Many couples find that some of their most honest conversations and tender moments happen after sex, when the intensity has softened into calm connection. That quiet time strengthens the sense of being a team, reminding both partners that they are not only lovers but also companions who can share their deepest selves. The orgasm may last only moments, but the emotional effects reach far beyond, weaving passion and trust tightly together. Passion is what keeps a relationship from slipping into routine. In the beginning, desire feels natural because everything is new, but over time, couples have to choose to keep that fire alive. Regular sex filled with attention and playfulness is what transforms a relationship from something ordinary into something deeply fulfilling. When two people continue to explore each other's bodies and make space for erotic connection, they remind each other that the relationship is still vibrant. This kind of passion is not just about excitement in the moment, but about keeping the bond strong for years to come. The energy created through sex often carries into daily life. Couples who make love regularly tend to approach challenges with more patience and teamwork because they already feel connected on the most intimate level. The body remembers the closeness and the mind translates that into trust. Each sexual encounter becomes a way of saying, I still choose you, and that reassurance builds stability in the relationship. The act of making each other feel wanted again and again is what fuels long-term commitment, making it harder for distance or outside pressures to weaken the bond. Keeping passion alive also means resisting the temptation to let sex become routine or mechanical. Trying new positions, sharing fantasies, or changing the environment can keep things fresh and exciting. When couples experiment together, they create new memories that strengthen their sense of adventure and intimacy. This willingness to explore not only keeps sex satisfying, but also deepens the emotional connection because both partners feel like they are growing together rather than standing still. Passion thrives when curiosity is alive, and curiosity in the bedroom often reflects a curiosity about each other's evolving needs in life as well. Over the years, couples who continue to prioritize sexual connection often find that their relationship feels younger, more playful, and more resilient. The desire to touch, to please, and to be pleased becomes a constant reminder that love is not only about companionship, but about physical hunger and joy. This ongoing spark protects the relationship from fading into routine, creating a sense of closeness that grows stronger with time. Passionate sex is not simply a pleasure. It is the heartbeat of a relationship that wants to last, giving both partners a reason to keep showing up fully day after day.